Hey YouTube family, how are you guys doing? I am making spiritual bath teas. Now, these are not edible. You do not drink these. You put them in your bath and you soak these. This month, if you guys didn't know, I have a Patreon and I've had it for a while, but I never really quite my spirit told me to make one, but I did not feel like belief in myself enough that people would actually subscribe, or I didn't believe in myself enough that, my videos or my content was good enough to draw people to it. But things are changing inside of me, as I know they are within you. Without even realizing that Venus was going into retrograde, I made the theme for the spiritual bath teas this month, the resurrection of femininity. And I chose the herbs yarrow, St. John's wort, and rose. And if you join on Patreon, I think it's the temple student. The Patreon is Eye of the Dawn, and it has 3 tiers so far. And in the third tier, and it's the assimilation of, like, if you were in an ancient temple. That's how I made it. And so the first tier is a temple visitor. The second tier is a temple member. And then the third tier is the temple student. And the temple is the sun gods and goddesses. Because my name is a sun goddess. Well, I channel a sun goddess, the dawn. And that's the energy I channels, the transformational energy of going down into the darkness and coming back up into the light. And so these spiritual bath teas this month, you will get 8 in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 3 more to go to make for my Patreon member. How are you? Thank you so much for subscribing to me. I am so grateful. You have given me a boost of confidence that I didn't even think, that I didn't know if anybody would ever sign up, but I'm just following my soul. And I did Reiki over all my herbs. And I said prayers over my herbs, Our Lady of Creative Choice and Our Lady with the moon at her feet. I am in awe of the messages that came out. You can look on my Instagram to see those messages in my Instagram story. And I think I'm going to post it as well on my regular Instagram page or whatever. But I am inspired this month by the Venus in retrograde. It's really just like this picture here with the heart on fire and ablaze. I really feel ablaze in my soul, not for materialism, but on fire to make moves for divinity, the divinity within me, reaching out to the divinity within you. As they say, namaste, right? And what it means to me is, because I usually go through the retrograde transformations like a week or two before it happens. They say that's the shadow of a change is coming. And I have been really struggling, guys. I have been struggling really, really hard, deeply, not sleeping and crying and spitting and rolling around on the floor, like not really being able to escape my demons at all. My defense mechanisms don't work anymore, that type of tease. And I've come out somewhat on the other end because I am wise enough to know that I'm getting a breather of insight. And also, I learned as well that even if I feel bad, I need to do what makes me feel better. Like I didn't stop my exercising routine. I didn't stop eating well. That's part of growth. I feel like for me, that's what it's about. Not stopping doing what's right for my well-being, just because things come up for me to heal that make me feel uncomfortable. And also seeing my worth and asking for and looking for what I want instead of living on a defense. You know, I'm an empath and a psychic, and I am a highly sensitive person, just like you. And I am very resilient, but I also have been beat down a lot, and I have been defeated a lot in my life because of my perspective, having the wrong perspective for me, in order for me to be healthy and living my life on the defense, meaning I am scared. I've been scared of people knowing just how loving I am and people knowing just how sensitive I am. And that thought came to me today, that I'm like, wow, I'm afraid of people to know that, you could possibly hurt me, in my defense of not wanting to be abused again. I hold my energy, myself back from experiencing things because I'm afraid of what's going to come out and attack me within other people. And that's exactly what kind of draws that energy out of people. And so I learned a valuable lesson lately, that I need to be the one on the offense. I need to be the one, like, who your mama is, like, where you from, like, what do you do? What are you up to? Because I usually don't do that. I'm kind of like, if I vibe with someone, then it's cool. But that's not necessarily the key to success in relationships. You have to live your life on the offense, looking to make the point, looking to make a score in your life, and put some self-esteem points onto the scoreboard in your life. And so this month, I made these for my Patreon members. I don't know if I'm going to put them for sale on like my website or anything. If I get requests, maybe. But I really enjoy catering to people who are like, I just feel like it's a relationship more than like somebody just buying something off of my website or whatever. I like I like the communion of it, of making these for specific people that are willing to get them every month. Because if you sign up as a temple student, you will receive, well, even if you sign up as a temple member, you get the spiritual bath teas, and they're turning out amazing. Like, these are like super thick baggies, and I didn't know, I've never made these like this before. Like, I've made them for myself, and when I'm making stuff for myself, I don't pay that much attention to it. But I started making these spiritual bath teas for myself because I would put my rose petals and stuff in the bath with me, and I would end up having to get a strainer to get them out, or else they would go down a drain and like clog the drain. So I started making these thingies, buying these tea bags, these tea bags, and putting my herbs and stuff in there. But I'm looking at these and I'm like, these are really thick. I made it so that you can put two. I'm giving out 2 a week, so it's like 8 for the month. And I don't know, I might lessen them, or make them a little bit thinner. But I already have these closed off, so I'm not going to take any out of these. So lucky to you who are getting these made like this. Yeah, these are really thick, and I think it's the Epsom salt I put in that makes it even more bulky. Beautiful. I love these. I wanted to make sure that when you put these in a tub, that you really get like the enrichment of the herbs. Again, the herbs this month are rose petals, dried rose petals. I've dried these out on my Paravachi altar. And yarrow and St. John's wort. And rose petals have spiritual transformational properties, as well as a fragrant scent, as well as beauty properties, tonics for the skin. And yarrow root is very magical. It has lots of different uses for health, but it's a spiritual protector, and it's love energy. It comes from the Venus tree. St. John's wort is great for feminine energy that is like retrograde, because it's an antidepressant. St. John's wort is an antidepressant. Yes. So if you sign up on the student member tier, you will also get a bar of soap, a 3.8 ounce bar of soap. And this month it's going to have rose and lavender. And I will talk to you guys soon. I look forward to doing my zodiac readings. I'm falling a little bit behind because I am not working my job that I have over the weekend anymore. I am available more to do stuff like this. So my new schedule and my new lifestyle is kind of new to me. So please forgive me because I haven't put out the zodiac readings yet, but I will put them out as soon as I can. I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and commenting. And thank you so much to my Patreon member. And I will talk to you guys as soon as possible. Peace.